Elieves.
A role of a customer success manager, actually, if I was to break it down right very quickly, so essentially they start as we know as soon as the sales kind of gets a customer for them. So essentially, they first of all start to understand the customer persona. They do plan for a kickoff. They plan for a training material. They plan for the onboarding, which is what is called its onboarding. But typically, it's about a quarter or two, depending on how the product is. Huge enterprise type of layout rollout. Sorry, for a huge for a very heavy product in terms of APIs and everything, would be about at least 2 quarters. So that's the entire onboarding that the CSM owns. Then they plan trainings, they set up bi-weekly connects, monthly connects, QBRs, with senior leadership. So all of that is pretty much under the purview of CSMs again. So one huge part is onboarding. After the onboarding is done, they of course have to keep an eye out on usage and adoption, and we have to work with the customer to ensure that all bottlenecks are removed. So essentially, get them over the line, right? So it's onboarding, adoption and tracking, usage tracking, and then what customer success also ends up doing is that this pretty much takes about 6 to 9 months, or let's say it's a 12-month journey. So a customer success obviously again kind of builds up the customer to such a huge level in terms of relationship that the retention probably is also something that they end up achieving, right? So it's all about getting them off the block, onboarding, adoption, usage, and getting them to a stage where they're so happy that they of course end up renewing for more number of years. And in specific, like a role for customer success would of course include onboarding, SPOC for all escalations. You're building relationships between customers and the support team. You're doing a lot of case studies nowadays. That's really getting a lot of traction, right? Because you've built your relationship, you can actually get case studies, and that's where you start to work with your marketing team, which is internal. You of course can do a upsell and cross sell. You are doing internal voice of the product. Huge thing which customer success does right now is that they are aware of market intelligence, which other competitor is doing what, and when their customers kind of tell them this is what they are doing, would your product be able to do it? So they become the voice of the customer internally to the product and marketing and engineering, right? So those are like small things, but all the things that a customer success manager does.